What sail is she carrying?
Horses, topsails, and flying gibbles, sir.
Luff and rear to the wind.
Aye, aye, sir.
Steady, steady.
Steady it is, sir.
Let her go off a point.
Pointed it, sir.
As the boys steadily and monotonously drove the raft down midstream, it was no doubt understood that these orders were given only for a style and were not intended to mean anything in particular. Send the riles up, lay out aloft. There are half a dozen of ye for the best stuns. Lively now!
Aye, aye, sir.
Shake out the mentorgallons. Sheets and braces now, me hearties.
Aye, aye, sir.
Hullum-a-lee, hard a port. Stand by to meet her when she comes. Port, port, now, men, with will. Steady, steady.
Steady it is, sir.
Tom quickly realized the ship wasn't steady at all. The raft drew beyond the middle of the river. The boys pointed her head right and then lay on their oars. The river was not high, so there was not more than a 2 or 3 mile current. Hardly a word was said during the next 3/4 of an hour. Now the raft was passing before a distant town. 2 or 3 glimmering lights showed where it lay, peacefully sleeping beyond the vague, vast sweep of star-gemmed water, unconscious of the tremendous event that was occurring. I wish you could see me now, Becky.
There she blows, sir. Jackson's Island. Ain't it gay? Huck, what are you doing?
Last time we'll ever see this town. You're right, Tom. Ain't none to me anyway.
They stared at the village for so long that they soon began to drift to Jackson's Island. They arrived at Jackson's Island at around 2 a.m. and began to take their freight aboard the island and wade in.
What about me?
Sorry, Joe. You're not allowed to go to this point.
Aww. Tom, can I come up? Ain't it gay?
It's nuts. What would the boys say if they could see us?
Say, well, they just died to be here. Hey, Hockey?
I reckon so. Anyways, I'm suited. I don't want nothing better than this. I don't even get enough to eat generally. And I can't, here, they can't come and pick at a fella and bully rag him so.
It is just the life for me. You don't have to get up mornings and you don't have to go to school and wash and all that blame foolishness. You see, a pirate don't have to do anything. Joe, when he's ashore, but a hermit, he has to be praying considerably, and he don't have to have any fun. And all by himself that way.
Oh, yes, that's so. But I hadn't thought much about it, you know. I'd a good deal rather be a pirate now that I've tried it.
You see, people don't go much on hermits nowadays. That used to be in old times, but a pirate's always respected. And a hermit's got to sleep on the hardest places he can find, and put sackcloth on ashes on his head, and stand out in the rain, and...
Why does he put a sackcloth and ashes on his head for?
I don't know, but they've got to do it. Hermits always do. You'd have to do that if you was a hermit.
Darn it, I would.
Well, what would you do?
I don't know, but I wouldn't do that.
Why, Huck? You'd have to. How'd you get around?
Well, I just wouldn't stand it. I'd run away.
Run away? Well, you'd be like a nice old slouch of a hermit. You'd be a disgrace.
Hey, go get some firewood.
All right.
Ooh, pine. Oh. They built a fire against the side of a great log, 20 or 30 steps within the somber depths of the forest, and then cooked some bacon in the frying pan for supper, and used half of a corn pone stock they had brought. It seemed glorious sport to be feasting that wild, free way in the virgin forest of an unexplored and uninhabited island, far from the haunts of men. They said they never would return to civilization. The climbing fire lit up their faces, and threw its ruddy glare upon the pillared tree trunks of the forest temple, and upon the varnished foliage and festooning vines. When the last crisp of sliced bacon was gone, and the last allowance of corn pone devoured, The boys stretched themselves out on the grass and filled their contentment they could have a cooler place, but they would not deny themselves such a romantic feature as a roasting campfire.